In this video, we're going to talk about cargo securement. We want to explain what our cargo securement requirements are in Ontario and how you, as an operator or driver, can secure your cargo to avoid any issues during a roadside inspection. In Ontario, our cargo securement legislation is found in the Highway Traffic Act under Section 111 and under Regulation 36304. That document is a nationwide legislation that sets out cargo securement requirements for the entire country. If you do not have a copy of the National Safety Code Standard 10, I highly recommend that you go to the Canadian Council of Motor Transport Administrators, the CCMTA website, and download a copy if you're transporting various cargo. In our virtual booth, we will also try and put that document up so that it can be downloaded directly from the Tri-Shield booth. The National Safety Code Standard looks at a number of divisions. Each division in the standard represents a different type of cargo. The one that's most common for landscape operators is vehicles as cargo. When we get to general cargo and the number of tie-downs, again, the National Safety Code is very specific. If your cargo, your general cargo, weighs less than 500 kilograms, it requires one tie-down. If that cargo weighs over 500 kilograms, which this skid steer does, then it requires two tie-downs minimum. Heavy vehicle, on the other hand, that vehicle that weighs over 4,500 kilograms, is going to require at least 4 tie-downs. One tie-down on each corner, as well as an additional tie-down if there's any articulating device on that vehicle. The working load limit of those tie-downs must be equal to at least 50% of the vehicle weight. If your cargo inside the bed of your truck is not fully contained by the structure of your vehicle, then the Act requires that you have 20% of its weight applied to that cargo, forcing down on the vehicle. Does a tarp qualify on your load as cargo securement? Well, the way we look at it, that tarp is going to secure the load from blowing or falling from that vehicle. So yes, it is a cargo securement device. So what we have here are a couple of cargo securement devices. We have a chain that has been damaged, and we also have a damaged strap. So some of the most common issues we find during cargo securement inspections is damage to the cargo securement devices themselves. I have a couple of examples here. The first one is a damaged chain. As we can see, this link here has been notched out, causing the integrity of that link to be compromised. If an inspector finds a chain that has a damaged link like this, he will zero out that chain and it will not go towards the cargo securement calculations for your cargo. Other issues we find with chains, we find chains that get pinched or damaged. We also find twisted links in the chains. And we find chains that have wear on them, where the chain link itself becomes worn, typically from dragging on the roadway or rubbing up against another chain during cargo securement as it goes down the road. We want to make sure that cargo securement devices are checked closely during your daily inspection. Damaged equipment like this is the number one factor that causes not only drivers and companies to be charged with cargo securement, but it causes cargo to come off our vehicles during transport onto the roadway, putting other road users at risk. So what we have here is a typical synthetic strap commonly used to secure cargo in the industry. And although these are convenient and easy to work with, they do become susceptible to damage. The one we have here, you can plainly see that there's a large cut in the strap itself, almost halfway through. The CVSA out of service criteria allows for a 20% cut on any strap. Anything exceeding 20% will cause that strap to be placed out of service. Because it is so common to find damaged straps, what we suggest is during your daily inspection, pay special attention to these, and throughout your day, continuously check the strap to make sure that it hasn't incurred any damage during your shift. We also suggest that companies keep spare straps in the vehicles because it is so common. If there's spare straps in your vehicle and your driver comes across a damaged strap during his day, he'll be able to replace that right away and avoid any out of service situation.